This is the best story in politics right now. A South Park writer bought the website domain for TrumpKennedyCenter.com, and let's just say Donald Trump would not love what the website looks like right now. The funny thing is, Toby Morton, the South Park writer, actually bought the domains TrumpKennedyCenter.org and .com back in August because he knew that Donald Trump was eventually going to put his name on the building. And this is what the website looks like right now. If you go to TrumpKennedyCenter.org, it just says a national institution devoted to power and loyalty. So on first glance, it looks kind of normal, right? But then you look around a little bit more, you scroll down a little bit, and their next event, according to this website, is ringing in the new year with a performance by the Epstein Dancers. Also, if you keep scrolling around, there's a logo for the building, which is a blank, 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 redacted Trump, blank, 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 13-year-old girl. I know MAGA's not going to like that one. They also write here at the Trump Kennedy Center, tradition is preserved, narratives are curated, and performances are elevated beyond mere art. What is remembered matters, what is omitted matters more. We invite you to experience culture as authority, pageantry as truth, and excellence as defined by those in power. It's just so funny. So shout out to Toby Morton for scooping this up all the way back in August, having that hindsight, because this is great. You should check out the website. I think it's funny. Every Republican right now is talking about this fraud that's allegedly being committed in Minnesota by Somali immigrants. But let me be clear about something. Number one, they're talking about this because they don't want to talk about Epstein and they're lying about most of it. And number two, they don't actually care about fraud being committed. You know how I know that? They voted for Donald Trump, who has committed extensive amount of fraud. In 2024, Donald Trump and his sons were found liable in a huge fraud case involving their properties, businesses, and more. In 2022, the Trump Organization was found guilty of all 17 counts of fraud brought against it, resulting in prison and major fines. Donald Trump has also pardoned major fraudsters. For example, Devon Archer, the former businessman and private equity investor, received a Trump pardon after committing $60 million worth of fraud. Michelle Fiore, a former state lawmaker in Nevada, was found guilty of 7 counts of wire fraud. She had raised more than $70,000 for a killed police officer, but ended up spending it on cosmetic surgery, resulting in her conviction. And then just here's a small list of other fraudsters Donald Trump has pardoned: Trevor Milton, Jason Galanis, Carlos Ray Watson, Scott Howard Jenkins, Julie Chrisley, Todd Chrisley, Lawrence Duran, Michael Grimm, George Santos, Joseph Lewis, and more. That's a tiny list. Fraudsters should always be held accountable. I don't care who you are. Democrats can say that, but Republicans can't. If somebody close to Donald Trump commits fraud, it's okay. But if it's somebody else, then we have to crack down. Marjorie Taylor Greene just told the New York Times that in a phone conversation with Donald Trump, he said to her that his friends would get hurt if the Epstein files were released. After a hearing where Marjorie Taylor Greene and other members of Congress spoke to Epstein victims, Donald Trump called Greene to voice his displeasure. Greene was in her Capitol Hill office, and according to staff members, everyone in the suite of rooms could hear him yelling at her as she listened to him on speakerphone. Greene says she expressed her perplexity over his intransigence, and according to Greene, Trump replied, quote, "My friends will get hurt." She urged Trump to invite some of Epstein's female victims to the Oval Office, but he angrily informed her that they had done nothing to merit the honor. Yeah. That's how Donald Trump thinks about Epstein's victims. He is more concerned about his friends getting hurt who were involved with Epstein than he is about getting justice and accountability and transparency for the people who suffered at the hand of Epstein. I'm sure the Trump loyalists will find a way to defend this by twisting themselves into pretzels like they always do, but for normal people, this is reprehensible.